Hi, and thank you for making the time to take a look at RT reporting in this short video that I've put together. My name's Tyler, and I'm one of the co-founders here at RT Reporting. And in this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to build out three-way forecasts, financial reports, and goal-setting business planning for your SME clients. And RT reporting ultimately is an advisory tool that's helping accountants and bookkeepers across Australia and New Zealand provide more valuable insights to their SME clients in a quick, easy, and an affordable way. And if you have any questions or would like to know more after this short video, please reach out to myself at tyler@rtreporting.com. We're always open to new ideas, and my brother and I are continuing to make enhancements to the tool over the coming weeks and months. So any ideas or feedback that you would like to provide, we'll take it on board and deliver out those features over the upcoming months. All right, so the first thing I want to show you today is our unique goal setting feature that a lot of our users are finding quite useful to use as a soft and good introduction to showing their SME clients what tweaking of a few profitability drivers can do for their business in a simple to understand way. So the way to get to the goal setting is to come to the insights section here. We're going to go down to goals. And as I mentioned, it's really like a 10-minute consultation that we encourage you to have with all of your SME clients or any new clients that you may be onboarding, and just show them what some slight improvements can do for their business going forward that they may not be aware of. So the first question to ask your client is, what is your goal? Why are they doing this business? What do they want to get out of it? Perhaps it's paying down debt, perhaps it's making more money, or perhaps they want to sell the business in the future. The next question to ask them is the desired profits that they would like to be making. The current situation automatically gets pulled across from zero. But the really good thing is that let's say you don't have access to their Xero account or they're on another accounting system, you can adjust these figures here as well and key in your own figures to get started with this feature within the RT reporting. And really what it's looking at is saying to that client, look, this is what a 3% improvement to these key profitability drivers could do for your business, resulting for this client in an additional 150K in profits to their business. You can adjust these individually as well. And it's really showing that client the upside of what their business can do and also what these improvements can make. And they are only slight percentage adjustments, help driving that conversation in terms of moving forward with their business and how you can support them and help them reach these goals that they're setting out here. The next part of the goal setting feature is the recommendations tab. So you can delete out any of these recommendations and tips to increase sales, tips to reduce costs. You can add in your own tips as well. And ultimately here, the tips to stay on track is the call to action or the hook, I guess, for the client, where it's saying, look, if you want to reach this goal of all this additional profit that we can get, we encourage you to work with yourself and build out these three-way forecasts, build out these monthly management or quarterly engagements with their advisor who can help them stay on track and reach these goals that they've set out. As you're walking them through this process, the next step is the action list. So if your client does have buy-in and wants to improve their business, you can start writing out some actions for them to go away and look to execute. So you take down the name, the type of action it is, the due date. You could also be adding in action items for yourself to be doing on behalf of that client as a scope of work. And, if at the very least that client then you can download that report, print it out and share it with the client, they can go home with a 2-page document where they can start seeing what these improvements can do for their business and sets up that conversation for more forecasts and reports and engagements with yourself in the future. So the next section I want to take you to here, you've built out that goal setting feature, you've had that conversation with the client. And the next thing that you'd like to do is build a budget for this client. So it's very easy to do so in RT reporting. All you have to do is click on the button up here, click on forecasts, click on rapid create. It's going to take the last 12 months of historical data for this client projected out for the year ahead. As you can see here, this blue line is tracking the bank balance. You can bring up any other sections as well. The chart of accounts is all automatically set up. Whatever you've got set up in Xero gets brought in straight across. And as you can see here, you can move freely within the cells. We're kind of leveraging the best of both worlds with that of Excel and these web-based applications. And you can also type in formulas in here, and you will be able to make adjustments, say wages as a percentage of sales or whatever it may be, to reference different accounts. And any cell that you change, you can then hover over and see the original value. So you'll always be able to stay on top of which adjustments you've made and explain that to the client. Really easy to turn off and on accounts just by toggling this button here. If you go into the settings section, you can apply fixed amount changes across the board for this account. You can do percentage increases, percentage decreases, even just for particular months that you'd like to change. And in the configuration section, I won't spend too much time in here, but you can very easily toggle on or off whether the account is subject to GST, included or excluded from the cash flow, as well as the income tax calculation. It's very automated, very quick and easy to make these adjustments if you're adding in a new account line or if you need to make an adjustment to what's come across from Xero, for example. Now, there's a whole range of features within the forecasting section. Our users love the simplicity and how quick it is to spin up these forecasts. We could go into like the loan calculator or the ability to adjust payable days or any other scenarios, but I just wanted to give you a quick and easy insight into some of the features within the forecasting component of the tool. Now, in the insights section, when we head back to the insights, basically it's a bit of a three-step process. You built the goals out with the client, showed them the upside, you built them a budget, and now each month or each quarter, you can then show them how they're tracking with the relevant insights and reports that you can create here. So the front page is really hitting that critical information, the upcoming GST obligation. We will be adding in other due dates, say for the BAS or for company tax, income tax, or any of the other due dates of expenses that are falling due or taxes. Automated commentary comes across. You can visualize all the KPIs for the client in a really simple to understand and quick way, looking at the historical performance of each ratio over 12 months. You can also analyze the ratios by looking at the list here and tracking the result, whether it's a good or a bad result compared to whichever period that you're looking at. We have the financial section here. So if you wanted to look at the income statement and look at the budget to actuals on a month-to-month comparison or year-to-date comparison, or perhaps you want to look at the entire year compared to another year and see the percentage variances within the income statement of how that business is tracking. The forecast is the last section I wanted to show you. And once again, if you'd like more detail or have any questions, we can always set up a demo. We're always happy to make ourselves available for that. But the forecast section is really a great place for you to visualize your cash flow forecasts for your client. So you can view the individual forecasts here. So let's say you pick whichever forecast you would like to take a look at. You've got the 12-month cash flow ahead. You can drill down and look at the months of a cash shortfall for this client, so the months that they should be paying attention to. The other cool thing is you can do comparisons of alternate forecasts. So perhaps, one scenario could be hiring a new employee or taking on a new loan and the impact that's going to have on some of the areas within these comparisons. Perhaps it's what happens if we go into another lockdown, or what happens if we don't, and kind of look at the alternate futures that could take place. It's a very simple visual way of looking at it. You can flip over this card and then analyze the numbers as they come across. And it's just a great way for you to reference and compare some different forecasts or what took place last year compared to the budget for this year and insights like that. And The very end is kind of looping back to the beginning of where we started, which is the goal setting section, where you would then be able to revisit the tasks that you'd assigned for that client. You'd be able to remonitor where the percentage improvements need to come from for this business, or how they were tracking to those original goals that you guys set out in the first place. Now, you can print out PDF reports. You can have clients come in and view these dashboards online as well. And I didn't want to spend too much time today going into all the detail, but if you'd like to know more, if you have any ideas or feedback that you'd like to give myself or my brother, we're always here to listen, and we can look to build in whatever feature you'd like to see next into one of our upcoming sprints for RT reporting. And look, that was really the end of the video, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. If you have any questions, once again, please reach out and we'd be happy to listen and see how things go. Thanks a lot for your time.